What is up, Hyperbolic gang? We are still at Hyperbolic 2020. The project is going on. We are in month 4 of this unexpected hyperbolic hysteria happening around the world. And that's what I want to talk about tonight. Some concerns I'm going through, and I really want to just talk about it openly and honest and share my thoughts and opinions about it. I have some really powerful stuff I want to share, and I see every bad circumstance in my life, everything that is negative, we can turn to positive if we really commit to it, and if we switch that mind and really use the solitude now to get out stronger in mind, body, spirit, health, and wealth. I'm low-key working on another platform, my private website, because I don't know how long I will be able to share it on public social media, because currently I want to share some news. Stuff is wild, and the bans and just the states and governments are going insane. I mean, this dude here in Hungary, I think he's from Hungary, actually, is banning free speech. So that's a big topic I want to talk about. I mean, freedom and freedom of speech is very important now for us more than ever, because it is in danger, and most of us don't realize it because we get distracted by all of this statistics and numbers, and the actual threat to all of us now is that everybody is in fear, and this fear is used from the governments, the politicians, the so-called leaders, to power grab, to revoke rights, and while you're sitting at home and shitting your pants in fear, they're doing so much changes, but not for the better, and not for the freedom, and definitely not for a better future of maybe your children. I don't know how you want children to grow up in the new decade, in this hyperbolic 2020 decade, but I want people to prosper and not be in restrictions and in quarantines and lockdowns. And I don't know, this all for me is very, very serious, and I want to just talk about it and share some opinions. I mean, this dude here is turning into this dude from Hungary, turning into a dictator, and the country so will turn into a dictatorship. That's one European country, and all around the world stuff is happening that is not positive for humankind, and especially for human rights and the freedom of speech. I know a lot of people dying around the world, and that's not what I'm going to talk about, because I'm not here to share deaths, numbers. I'm here to share perspective, my honest opinion, and just tools to maybe open you up for another view of the world and things around you. And the biggest threat, as I said, of this current situation is the fear in people. And but I still have hope. I'm a positive guy, and I mean, even though a lot of countries are using this, even Bolivia and everywhere in the world, you see laws in the financial sector, in the private sector, and all areas of life being changed, but not for the benefit of the middle class and the guys below middle class, the poor. All of the small businesses that suffer so much. It is a bloodbath, guys. Really, I don't know what to say, but human basic rights are being breached and violated in front of our eyes, and it's funny. It's actually to see how easy it can be to take this fear and just use it now as a tool to do whatever you want. I mean, meanwhile, while they're printing trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars to bail out companies that should have failed. I mean, some of them, yes, it makes sense to bail them out, like airlines and stuff like this, but meanwhile, people suffer, don't have food, can't pay the rent, mortgage is gonna fail, the property market's gonna probably crash. I don't wanna go into that I wanna keep for other topics, and that's more the financial side, but just about the health aspect and the psychological aspect of not being able to go out, not knowing what's going to happen, how long it's going to happen, and being dependent. I smell so much fear and weakness, and that, in my opinion, is the biggest threat, because not a lot of people have the guts to speak up and say what they really think, because these days, if you say something wrong, you're gonna be banned, you're gonna be fined, you're gonna be shadow banned on social media across the world. I mean, stuff is going down, and it's ugly. It is really, really ugly, and people come across crazy ideas. I mean, different countries now implemented different lockdowns and quarantines, but I even heard from friends in Europe that some countries you can take out, for instance, your animal. So they take a bird, literally, they take out a bird, put a rope around it and say, yeah, I'm taking my bird out so I get some fresh air, you know? It's funny, but it's also sad to see how easy people let their rights be removed and don't question anything and don't try to look from it from a serious way. And I'm just sharing some pictures out of Germany. There are some countries. In Germany, I can see in Bavaria, Munich, because 2 people really dedicated their day and went on the street and protest. They made it possible to keep some of their rights, you know. So this is a critical time in our history, and life will never be the same. Now we are all tested of what we are made. Are we here to prosper, or are we here to be dependent? Are we here to survive, or are we here to thrive? And if you just want to survive and be dependent on the government, and if you're afraid of a so-called C-19, then it is over. You know, we have to make a step. You know, if they really would care about what's happening with the humans around us, then I feel they wouldn't ban you and they wouldn't lock down you. They would ban all of the harmful stuff that the big corporations, pharma, and governments and politicians promote. They would ban sugar. They would ban all of that gluten and wheat and corn and gut-destroying stuff and pesticides and preservatives and all of that crap. They wouldn't ban that if they really care about health and your life. And they wouldn't lock you down and arrest you. So I just try to get another point of view about the situation. I do send my condolences to everybody that lost family members and that can't even attend their funeral, which is also in my eyes an evil thing to do. I mean, there's a lot of evil things happening currently, but we have a choice now. We have a chance to either just be dormant, obedient, and don't question anything, and just accept all of human rights basically being breached currently with this new tool, the new terrorist, so that we can, you know, so that we basically can't say anything that is on our mind. What's the next step? If you say something wrong, your bank account's gonna be locked. You won't get any food. You have to ask, like my friend, like he mentioned, recently he has to send an SMS when he gets a message when he needs to get out of the house. What's the next? Mama state gonna control how much sunlight you're gonna get? How far can they push it? If they can push it this far now, how far can they push it the next time? It's always going to be a little bit and a little bit. And I really hope it's a wake-up call for everybody to get the power back and make sure that there is no need of fear. We all die. We're all going to be infected with the virus. It's about becoming anti-fragile. Now you have your chance to boost your immune system and take your control back. It's now or never, the world will never be the same. Not at all, if you're still delusional and think stuff's gonna go back like it was, then the fear took over and irrational thinking is over. And I think most of the people around the world have never really struggled. So that's why this toilet thing, there's a toilet paper run. There's some sort of irony in it, because in my eyes, if you're struggling, you're gonna save that toilet paper. Don't buy that and save that money for food, and rather take crappy newspapers and promo letters thrown for free at your doorstep and wipe your ass with that. But people out of fear do stupid shit, and I really hope we as humans collectively can step up this game and come out better, healthier, and with more power out of this as a collective. Hashtag power to the people, hashtag Hyperbolic 2020. And I feel even if 10 people more try to do something, as we can see in Germany, even 2 people have the guts to go onto the road and question things, then there is a hope, and we should not give it up yet. And what else I wanted to speak about? There's so much stuff happening around the world. I'm currently in South Africa, by the way, sipping rooibos tea with ginger. Ginger is very good, and cinnamon. Ginger and cinnamon very good for muscus and have a clean breathing apparatus. And we're gonna keep it that way, Check out if you have a chance. Check out my food blog, link in the description, or my Instagram. I'm gonna step up the game and share some more health and other related content. Definitely check out my other stuff below. Definitely tools that help you and will fix your immune system and boost it up. There's some other videos on my channel too, so if you haven't, go and check them out yet. What's also very concerning that there's more and more tests to implement tracker apps, and with this social distancing thing, now more than ever they can test obviously face recognition of the cameras everywhere installed. If we're in a big crowd of people, then obviously it's harder for the cameras to lock on faces and scan. So now this also makes it way easier to test new technologies and face detection. Everybody is on the phone anyways. Google currently allowed now to look and track and trace everybody, privacy is being breached, everybody's gonna get controlled. Soon we won't be able to text people without being fined. I really, really hope that's one side. I really hope it's just a pessimistic thought of mine. I really hope it is. But I'd rather be prepared for the worst. As we say, be prepared to fail or fail to prepare. No, if you fail, oh man, it's late. Hyperbolic times. Talks, #4. But if you fail to prepare to fail. And there's too much stuff happening that is not beneficial for humans currently. And a lot of YouTube channels being banned. Content that questions the whole extreme lockdowns and quarantines and riots and breaches and mass media hysteria and negative news being just removed. If it speaks against the implementations and rules and setups of the governments that currently run this show, then You're just not in the club. You're getting banned, removed, shadow banned, and who knows, maybe soon thrown in jail for just sharing an opinion. I mean, come on, right? If this continues, we're not going in the right direction. We should stand together. I mean, definitely, guys, if you have a chance, check out London Real. He's sharing a lot of different perspectives and positive. It's a very, very positive force currently. It has the guts to speak up, even if it's very, very controversial. One of his recent videos was actually taken down from YouTube completely. Luckily, they archived it on his website, so to look into that. It's from David Icke. He spoke about what's happening around the world, and he opened up his honest opinion. And I mean, this guy is not sharing only conspiracy stuff. He's sharing stuff from doctors, from David Goggins, which are really, if you're into motivational stuff and raw, honest, authentic talk, then check out David Goggins. You know, also the biggest thing now, if you continue this life like it is now and think everything is going to click back, then you will lose. Then we all lost. We now have the chance to get better out of this and really thrive in these times together. You know, get new health skill sets, new habits, new rituals. Learn maybe Wim Hof breathing. Stop with that stupid sugar and all of that stuff that's making you fat. So as more body fat you have, as more toxins your body will store, and as more you will be fragile to anything that's happening. Not only this current pandemic, I call it, you know. It is, in my eyes, that's a pandemic. It is just a test to see how far they can push the buttons. Meanwhile, the economy is collapsing and everybody thinks the government's going to save them. That's not going to happen. The government is taking more and more control. In a future video, I will talk more about it. Some friends around the world, their accounts got frozen, so they can't move their money anymore. So if you give third parties, whatever it is, even if it's health, if you give the farmer or the doctor the power over your health, you lost. If you give banks or third parties the power over your wealth, you lost. So we have to take it back if we want to thrive out of this and not be weaker. And now it's our chance to thrive in mind, body, spirit, health, and wealth. So we have to do it now, because there will be no return out of this. This whole collapse is happening, and the restructuring of the world is happening. And I mean, Trump alone is just printing trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars. If you really want some more insight about cryptocurrency news, blockchain news, and financial news, and technical news, tech news, this guy Ivan on tech is in Sweden. And for instance, this country, Sweden, is taking a completely different approach. Other countries taking a completely different approach. It really depends on where you are. Here in South Africa, we are locked. Driver's T, like locked. And I don't know how it's going to play out in Chicago. There's big trouble coming. Americans have over 10 million unemployed. And that's just the beginning. We still have until the end of April to go around the world to see how far everything is gonna go, you know. And if you think the button is just gonna be turned on again and everything's gonna be fine, it's not gonna be the same, guys. So that's why I also just trying to extend, grow, learn new skills so I can help my friends and family the best I can. And help myself too, you know, because I definitely don't want to leave my wealth in fiat money that can be printed just with a button and then, you know, devaluated. And tomorrow they say if I put in put out a stupid comment or something they don't like or something that is controversial, my bank account is being closed and I can't buy food, and then I have to be even more dependent. So now's the chance to look into other possibilities of securing your wealth and your future. Now it's the time to secure your future, or you will let it just be grabbed away from you under your feet, just taken away in front of your eyes, like they're currently taking away your freedom of speech and taking away your freedom of movement. You're under house arrest. So if you're new to crypto, I usually don't recommend Coinbase, but it's a really good platform to get a start into it. But Crypto.com is a pretty strong platform. They're gonna now also start shipping Visa cards to Europe, so you can basically use your cryptocurrency double card across Europe. UK already has them, USA has them, Singapore has them. Definitely a thing I can recommend. It's easy to use, great app for the phone, but you can also register on the platform and use the exchange as far as I know. But if you want to know more, there's a referral link in the description. You can check out this website, crypto.com, and if you use my promo code, you get $50 MCO token, so $50 dollar worth, as long as it's $50 in dollar. We don't know how fast all of the currencies around the world will soon be inflated, but the crypto is gonna stay stable because can be printed into infinity and oblivion like they do. But check out, there's a promo code, so we both win-win from that situation if you decide, and if you have some spare cash, because currently I know most of the people around the world are actually suffering and they're living hand to hand, mouth to mouth. You know, it is tough, and the situation is very, very hard, and it hurts me to see what's happening, but I see a positive sign. In times of crisis, it's the biggest time of opportunity, and we have to grab it. There's a great channel I can recommend. It's Milligan Brothers. They have great motivational stuff that helped me in my past days of struggles to get back on track and to keep grinding. You know, every day we have to now take accountability and try to make the best out of the situation, you know, and become anti-fragile and keep it hyperbolic. That's all about. Then what can I say other than that? I mean, I'm pretty simple. I'm just gonna take definitely some of my available funds and invest them. I have invested earlier, so I have experience, and I do see this, like Robert Kiyosaki said, and most of the people realize, I mean, physical gold, you're gonna have a struggle to actually get physical gold these days, because we get a paper again, and I don't trust in any paper anymore. I don't trust in any third party that just can do what they want when they want. So again, cryptocurrency is a great opportunity to take back your control and control your money. I had back experience here, even in South Africa, sending funds from Europe down here. They can hold it for 10 days and or more if they want. So you don't have power over your wealth, and that is not the right way to, you know, to live life. You know, you want to have control over your life. You don't want to give somebody else the control. And before I wrap this thing up, the thoughts I had that just bothered me a couple of days. Seeing so many weak-hearted people and fear and uncertainty around the streets, I just realized now is the chance. Now we can do something to really come out stronger. And now or never, the world's gonna never be the same. And all of this, there's something interesting. There's always this point of creativity in times like this. People just have great ideas, and you should check out Skillers. I mean, I'm more mover and athlete than I'm a financial advisor, but I do learn daily new skills in that sector. And before I wrap it up, just check out Brave browser if you haven't. Without, this is Chromium based, so it's like Chrome but without any of that junk and tracking stuff they have, and now you get rewarded in BAT token. This is this token right here, the triangle, and if you have a content creator, you can just click on it and donate BAT tokens to your content creator and transfer them in the fiat Ponzi money you desire or you want to spend, or have your Crypto.com card and swipe it and spend it there. So a great browser, you basically get rewarded for seeing ads, but the ads from the advertisers must have been paid in crypto for Brave, so you won't find any boring non-crypto advertisements usually. Non-crypto involved, non-blockchain involved advertisers on Brave, so definitely give it a check out. Also a link in the description for Brave. Give it a try. And I gotta be honest, if you leave it on for 30 days, I make $5. That's it. But other than that, it's way more worth, because on the phone even you make way more. You get way more ads on the phone, which you can click and check out, and then you get rewarded. So I don't want to lie, but monthly I make a couple of bucks just for seeing ads. And what do you do with Google if you see ads and stuff like this? Or if you watch YouTube, or you don't get rewarded for giving them your attention. So that's why it's called basic attention token. You get rewarded for watching stuff, and that's how life should be. It should be fair and not scam people like the banks, governments, and politicians have scammed us for decades. And I want to give this 1 minute attention because it's a great video. You should definitely check out Skillers if you want some great entertainment of how you can clean your room. I don't want to spoil it too much. Check it out on the YouTube Skillers. Great little video just came out recently. And that being said, I want to wrap this up, and I do hope we keep on positive, keep on grinding. Access some thoughts I wanted to share. The weekend is ahead. We're going to keep grinding. I'm going to try to do some, I don't know if you have a band, maybe do a banded exercise videos too. And keep tuned in for the next podcast coming on soon. I'm gonna have a talk again with a guy that is a trader and heavily involved also in blockchain technology, and he wants to share some insights and experience what's currently happening. PayPal is doing some crap. I don't know which other companies. We must be really careful, and I really want to not be too pushy on that note, but you don't know how long your money is safe at the bank, and you don't know how long you have control of it. So that being said, consider all of this. We still have time. We're in the middle of the storm. Maybe not even the biggest part of the storm yet, but we shall see. It's just good to have another point of view, and I'm going to keep you tuned in, try to educate myself more as the situation continues, and keep you tuned. That's all I can do. That being said, good night and sleep tight.